So it's actually the Sunflower Dwarf Elves blend. I knew I had a blend, but I didn't know if it was, I thought it was just a regular blend. So it's the Elves blend. This dwarf sunflower is the Elves blend, and it has the like three, like the large and a small. Uh, well, let me just read what it says on here because it's got a couple of the pom pom and let's see here. So yeah, so it has a large and a small classic sunflower, as well as multi-petaled pom pom types. So that was confusing me because I said, oh, I know I had a blend, but then I saw the elves. I was like, oh, okay, I remember sewing the elves. So anyway, this is what it's going to be like. You will get, like I said, the classic or the pom pom. So classic in two sizes. And this is the teddy bear. This is the dwarf teddy bear, which is very cute. So stay tuned to the end of the video so that you can see what in the world I'm talking about. Enjoy the video. Hey, well, hello to everyone out there in YouTube land. I hope that everybody is doing well. I'm doing fine. I'm just checking in with you, trying to see what you got going on for today. As you can see, I'm in my vacation home, and yeah, I have some things to do here. We've had a few bouts of rain and whatnot, so I don't have to water, but I do have to do a little maintenance. I did do a little fertilizing. I think I said I was going to do a bit more. I do need to check my file of facts to see what I said. I think even today is the day that I said I would do some more fertilizing, because some things do need it, and because they've been neglected or whatever, you know neglected and or harmed by whatever, the elements and whatever their owner does has done to them or not done to protect them well. So anyway, I just wanted to just maybe go through a little garden tour with us. I'm going to start right here. This is my dwarf sunflowers, and I have two types. I have two types planted in this planter here, and one is called the teddy bear, and the other one is a sunflower blend. So it's going to be, I guess, a variety, but it's only four of them. I only did two, like a couple of seeds of the two different ones, like the teddy bear one, as well as the blend. And I'm not sure if this is the one of the blends, the one with the multiple flower heads on it. Actually, this has it's going to have, okay. I didn't notice that. I thought that it was one that had multiple uh, flower heads and one would have one stalk. But it looks, okay. Oh, that's interesting. Very good, very good. That's awesome. So, and I'm not sure which is which because at first I arranged them differently, and although they have labels, the labels might not be true. Was this is Oh no, one is called. Wait, did I have elves? Wait a minute. I think maybe I did. Okay, maybe I did do three because I remember something about some elves, little elves. Um, because this looks like it may have said elves on it. Okay, so I had elves, so maybe I didn't do the multi blend. Okay, okay, the blend, the blend, the sunflower blend. Maybe I did the teddy bear and the elves. That is must be what I did because I'm looking at this. Although it's it's hard to decipher. I can tell that elves looks like elves was on there. But let me look here. Oh, I see. Okay, because I do see a couple of, and this says teddy bear. Okay, so this says teddy bear, which would be this. And I think this might be a dead, it flowered and died. But so this, okay, so these two on the ends might be the teddy bear, and this might be elves. I don't know. I don't know. I'm sorry, but it's all good. I like those types of situations anyway. But I do see those two particular tags in there. Oh boy, I'm in here the wrong time because looks like the I'm sorry, give me a minute. Surprisingly, it looks like all of the bees and everybody else, not just bees, really wasps, not even just bees, are out here. So let me see, because I'm looking at another tag, but it might be from the 4 o'clock, because I did have a yeah, that's the 4 o'clock tag down in there. So, okay, so there's elves and teddy bear in here. And I'll have to look at my seed packet to see which is which. I would just assume that this is teddy bear, but I'm not sure. I'm going to have to just double check that. And maybe in the next video, I'll update us, or maybe somebody can tell us down in the comment section. But I see, yeah, so they are going to have multiple heads. I like that. Okay. That was, yeah, that's cool. Very cool. Okay. So, yeah, because I had, yes, like I said, I had a 4 o'clock. Actually, looks like another, oh gosh, the wasp. I think I might have to cut this video short. I'm not up for getting stung today. And just in this here, is I was starting some seeds of some African Nunum. I've started them a few times, and I've allowed them to die or whatever, but I wanted to try to get that started. But it's no big deal. Uh-oh, I'm looking at this, these what do you call them? Wasp. So anyway, there's a lot of maintenance that I need to get to today, you know. And by the way, these are the 4 o'clocks. You probably are familiar with them. They bloom about 4 o'clock till maybe 5 or 6 o'clock, something, you know, like in the evening time or something like that. So these are them. But they're becoming green. There's something wrong with this soil or something. I don't know. And I hope there's enough holes and it's getting, I don't know, but something's not right, because this is the other one, and this one, you know, has already started, you know, showing blooms and whatever, blooming, and I see more flowers are trying to produce on here. So that's the 4 o'clock in there. In here with some bachelor buttons, as you can see, like I said, I have to do maintenance. I do need to deadhead the old bachelor buttons. And down in there, it looks like some basil is down there. I know that's a basil blend. That's a basil blend down there, and it's probably some holy basil and all types in there. This was bearded tongue. Bearded tongue is there. It had white. It already produces flowers, and it had some pretty little white flowers, but it looks like it may bloom again. I'm not sure if this is the same, because sometimes, like, I'll have matter of fact, this probably is different. I'll have wildflowers, you know, a variety of one flower or plant in one planter. And here is my burdock along with my bergamot down in there. Here are my strawberries, which I probably won't get this year because they are taking forever to grow. Oh my goodness, they are so slow. And there's something coming up in it. I think this is like a squash or a cucumber. I don't know, but it is coming up in there as well. In here I had some peas and beans, but they, you know, died out or were dying out, so I just removed them and put these marigolds in here because I needed to. I removed them from somewhere else and needed them there. You see, there's a cosmos coming out of there as well. And my black raspberry is here in another container along with my columbine. And I'm sure, of course, I won't get black raspberry this year because I did not, you have to prune the canes back and all of that. I did that very, very late, so I won't get it, but thank God it's still alive. And the columbine did bloom this year already, but it is giving me a second little round. I could have cut it back to get a better another harvest, or not harvest but bloom, but I didn't. But thank God I did get anything, because this in the last 3 years the columbine has not bloomed. This is the first time in three, what are we in, 25, in about 3 or 4 years that it's bloomed. I don't know why not, but it's blooming. It bloomed this year, so I'm grateful for the pretty that it gave me, and yeah, happy with that. Happy with that. So, and then, oh, this is actually a goldenrod that I put in here. We don't have a lot of goldenrod that grows around here. Last year when I harvested goldenrod, it was from not neighboring communities, but along the way, if I'm at the park or if I'm walking and if I see it or whatever, I will harvest some, and I made a tincture from it and whatnot. So, but yeah, so it's in here. This is a wildflower. Maybe I can't think of what it was, but it died back from it wasn't getting water. I put it in here. It wasn't in here initially, but I put it in here, and it wasn't getting enough water, and it died back. So I cut it back, and it's reblooming again. Here, look how pretty the bachelor buttons are. In here, another cosmos, and there's anise hyssop. This is gomphrena. Uh-oh, there's a gomphrena. So there's like 3 or 4 gomphrenas in here. That's holy basil. Of course, that's a marigold. And more anise hyssop. Now, my anise hyssop came back this year as a volunteer in every single planter. It was crazy, but it was so enjoyable because I love to eat them, and I love to eat them and whatnot, and drink it as a tea, and just it's been just delightful on sandwiches, as well as in salads and whatnot. Same with my beans. My beans were so delightful, and I had sugar, like maybe Sugar Ann or Sugar Daddy, whatever, and what do you call the other one? Another sugar something. But yeah, so here are 2 peppers. I can't recall which peppers they are just now. I put these in here at first. This for the spring. I planted 2 different types of lettuces, and well, 3 or 4 different types of lettuce. But I had some really cute Tom Thumb lettuce in here, as well as a mini red romaine in here, and they were so pretty because I had some onion sprouts in here as well, and it was just really, really pretty. If I find a picture, I'll try to include it somewhere. But yeah, it was really pretty to have them, really, in a decorative manner. One, the Tom Thumb lettuce, which is just a little ball of lettuce, so small and cute, and then the romaine, the red romaine, and I staggered, not staggered them, but put one here, put one there, and then in the middle had the onions and whatnot. So after I harvested those, these marigolds came up on their own in between, in that, as well as this wild or orange mint. I think this is mint that Felicia gave me. Bible Scraps gave me, but it came up. So they came up by themselves, and it really started crowding out everything. So that's why I had to remove them from here, and I put them in here, and then I put the peppers in here so that they would have a place to thrive, because they were not actually thriving in in the place that they were, because there were so, like that anise hyssop for one was everywhere. You know, it was so much of that in every place and whatnot. Here I have some collards. What kind of insect are you? You already, okay, you already did. I do need to check. Well, like I said, I got to do maintenance. Period. So there's some collards in here. They were not originally in here. That in here I had some radishes. I think I did the Easter egg radish this year, so that was what it was in here. So I had all of my, like, my root stuff, my beets, carrots, and the radishes, of course. And the radishes were delicious, by the way. And in here are some beets and carrots in this particular grow bag right here. I'm going to have to check on that to see how what's going on with that. And here are, like, where my mints are kept, my spearmint and my peppermint. But I also put, well, bergamot just comes back. It volunteers on its own, so it's in here. And there is catmint in here as well. This is my first year with catmint. I use it. I've been using it for a couple of years, but this is my first time having my own. It's not really doing the best, but I believe it's gonna be okay. And next year, by God's grace, I'm going to expand my mint container into, so it can be in something larger, because I throw all the mints in here. But it needs to be in something much, much larger. My onions, I did, chive onions, chive blossom onions, I did harvest those, and I cut them back just recently to see if I can get another harvest of those. Let me see, I had lettuce in here, which is still here. Some of it is bolting and have bolted, but I would use, if it's too bitter, I would definitely use it in a stir fry or something like that. In here I have, I think, 2 different types of Thai basil, because I think there are more than one type of Thai basil, and you can correct me on that, and I do need to check my Filofax and my seed packets as well. Although somebody sent, like, a couple of years ago, a friend, Facebook gardening friend of mine, I had lost my Thai basil, and she sent me one as well. So I'm not sure what is what, because they both smell alike, but the leaves are different. And I don't recall, it could be the clove basil, or it even could be scent leaf. It could be the scent leaf or the African nunum that I was hoping for. That might be what it is, because it smells like the clove basil or the Persian basil, which I normally would have sown, but I don't think I did this year. But I know that this is like the sweet Thai basil, that's lettuce leaf basil. This is sage, which is a volunteer. I actually overwintered it in my greenhouse, and I was so surprised that it can return. I actually tried to overwinter it, the sage, some peppers, as well as lavender and rosemary, but neither of those 2 came back, or whatever. I didn't really give it attention. Like, I didn't come out watering it during the winter or anything like that. So to have it is really great. So, but yeah, whatever. So anyway, this could be the African nunum that I was praying for. In here, there's supposed to be a chervil. I'm looking forward to it, not being punked out by the marigold, but it's hanging in there, but because it really has a really cute taste. I love the taste of it and whatnot. And here is either, I think this is Persian zinnias, or either it's Mexican tarragon. I'm not sure what this is. Yeah, I have to check on that. Here, more bergamot, of course, and my okra, of course. I think I have 3 okras in here. I'm concerned, but they always do this though, and I might need to move it because they're really in a shaded area. But they keep having these weird formations on the leaf, and I'm not happy with that. So here we have again the cosmos is here. And here, I'm not sure if this is celery or some type of parsley because I did all of them. This might be the Utah celery, but I'm not sure. I have to double check that. This little weirdo, I'm going to double check it, and if it's really not anything, I'm going to cut it down. It is so ridiculously tall. It was something small. You know how I am. If I don't know what it is, I'm not going to throw it away or waste it because it could be something beneficial. So I always wait. And yeah, this thing was small, but it's a huge something. So later on today, I'm going to check and find out what it is, and then I'm just going to give it a chop if it's not beneficial to me. I saw that people were calling it a weed, but it could be also something medicinal, so I don't know. And here is holy basil. Now let's see here. I have a variety of there's calendula down there. I think there might be some calendula here too, but this is probably some wildflowers. This is from a wildflower blend that I did, so we won't know what it is exactly, possibly until it's actually grown out. And then here is one of my house plants, which is called Moses Cradle, that needed to be out here to be loved. This is Sabrina Mallow, which is like a marshmallow. And of course my coleus in various colors. This is a coleus blend, could be white, green, pinks, and burgundies and reds and whatnot. And of course my purple heart. In here, I thought I was planting comfrey, and this thing came up, which I'm finding out or found out some time ago that it was not comfrey. So what I did again was to put the seeds to follow the package doesn't say so, but other gardeners say do this. To stratify them, and so they've been in the refrigerator wet inside of a paper towel or whatever for about, I don't know how many days it is, but today actually marks the day for me to sow the seed. So I have taken the seed out of the refrigerator, and I'm going to be sowing that after I remove this nonsense from there. So yeah, so here is an amethyst eggplant. Bless its heart, it's trying. Like I said, some things were crowded out by various volunteers, whether it was the anise hyssop or the marigold. Yeah, so, but thank God it's trying. It's still here and whatnot. This sounds like, I think this is this is like a lemon basil, either a lemon or lime basil. Needs maintenance, of course. Back there are a couple of tomatoes. That is called cream sausage tomato, which is taking a long time to turn. It's going to be a yellow tomato. I didn't say what this was because I'm not sure, but I know it's something. I think it's aster or something, but I can't recall what. Oh, is that flower on you? Anyway, but oh my God, it smells so good. I love the scent of it. It's beautiful. And then I think this might be Gardener's Delight, which is a cherry tomato. I'm not sure. Then these three here, 1, 2, 3 are Brandywines. I need to restake this one or secure the stake a little bit better. So those are Brandywines, and here is a pepper. I think this is going to be a sun pepper in here. These are 2 peppers, and that would be shishito as well as Jimmy Nardello, which are 2 of my favorites. I love Jimmy Nardello for real. Melrose. Actually, Melrose is my favorite Italian pepper. Oh my goodness, I love those. Oh my goodness, frying those or however you want to eat those. Those are really, really lovely. Love them. And here, it's another pepper back there, but it's called Avjarski or something. But that would be my first year. This would be my first year actually growing that one, so I'm not familiar with it or whatever. Then in here we have a variety of some things. So of course you have your sweet alyssum, volunteer. Then it is lots of different basils in here, different types of basil, different varieties of basils, and there are two different peppers down in here. There is this is a New Mex jalapeno, which is a yellow jalapeno. I had those, grew those just last year. Plus, I still even have some in the freezer, but I did can a lot of them. Well, I used them in salsa, in my salsa that I can. So yeah, that was nice to have those yellow jalapenos. And then this is cayenne. This is a cayenne blend, which is going to be two different colors, red and yellow. Um, so that's one. Looks like a couple of them are on there, and then even here, there's at least one Jimmy Nardello and some of the good flowers coming along. So I'm really happy with that. And I did accidentally break off a branch and thought it would mend, so I taped it and put a styrofoam and a clamp on, hoping that it would mend, because sometimes it does. When you break a leaf off, you're able to graft it back on or whatever, but I don't think this one is going to cooperate, but it is well. It still has a lot of fruit that I can see that's gonna be great. It's gonna remain. Here, like I said, I got a lot of maintenance to do, so I do need to get rid of these yellowing flowers, yellowing leaves, these dead leaves and whatnot. This is called a glacier, and I've harvested at least 10, and I got to get a couple of more off of here before the creatures get them. So this is called, I did eat one the other day, but it's called glacier tomato. And it has a lot of, I think this is a dwarf as well, so it has a lot of fruit. Looks like it's going to have a lot of good fruit. And this is another Thai basil in this corner here. And then over here, this is aroma tomato. I don't think this is the Sans Manzano. It's probably just a regular bush Roma. Um, yeah. And then there's another basil down there. I think it's called Cardinal basil, and I'm not sure if I have it in frame, but it's called Cardinal basil. Then here is my mullein. This is a mullein, and this is not the one famous mullein, but it is a mullein that is medicinal and beneficial for your lungs, asthma, for digestion, what do you call it? Inflammation, just a variety of ailments. Here is my yarrow, which is also a blend. The colors are supposed to be like pinks, yellows, and whites, I think. And both of these, although this is their second year, it probably won't be until next year when they are really, really established for using. So these are the colors of the flower, which is so pretty, so pretty. I love the colors of them. So I don't do anything with these. Did I cut this back a little bit? I think I did cut these back just a tiny bit, and I might do that again just to maybe get rid of this one because it is, the color is faded or whatever, just so that it'll stay healthy and whatnot. Because like I said, I sowed these seeds last year, and I want them to, because they have to establish themselves. Great. Okay. Take care. Oh, sorry. That was my neighbor. She said her mother loves sunflowers. It would be her mother's 1 year anniversary. I didn't even notice her mother had passed away. But anyway, her 1 year anniversary that her mother passed away, she's going to go get a sunflower on Monday. So anyway, but yeah, so like I said, they have to establish themselves, just like comfrey does. You know how those some of those medicinal wildflowers have to do. So anyway, that's what that is. This is anise hyssop in here, and there might be some other things in here. I know I planted some flowers, but a lot of my flowers they did not take, unfortunately. Like this one should probably, this is probably carnation. I'm not sure. And I had sweet William. I planted, I always plant a variety of seeds, but not all of them, take place. So I just have to bear with it, or sometimes somebody, in our various gardening circles, somebody might give me some or whatever. But it is well. I just, hate that, you don't have enough attraction for the pollinators. And for me, because I do love looking out of my window and seeing those pretty flowers or coming out and sitting down and enjoying all of the pretty, pretty flowers. So anyway, in here I have some dill. Oh, I forgot to show you in the other pot, I did have dill. I hosted swallowtail this year. Hosted about 3 or 4 swallowtails this year, and they, killed down the deal that was in the other planter or whatever. But yeah, I was happy to host them. Although I love dill and need dill because we cook with dill on a weekly basis. On a weekly basis, I make sure that we have a salad in the refrigerator, like either a salmon salad, or a chicken salad or tuna salad. And those, did I say chicken? Chicken, tuna, or salmon? Yeah. And they definitely have to have dill in those salads, the male salad. So I always have those. We always have that on hand. So anyway, I was hoping to, not have to purchase a lot of dill this year and just, harvest from my own garden. But yeah, but we got to do what we got to do. So anyway, more lovely basil. Oh, I can't tell what this is. Hold on. More basil. Smells like lemon again, lemon or lime. More anise hyssop, and then there's another. What do you call this? Dill down in there as well. Yeah, I think that's a deal. Even down here is another. This is camel. Is this chamomile? I don't know. I think this should be chamomile, actually, because chamomile. That's what that is. So I have harvested chamomile twice, but you see it's dying back. But I'm okay with what I did get because this was actually a volunteer that came back, and I was so happy with that. So happy that they did that, and it came back really, really strong. It did get affected by like a black aphid or something, but we did manage to kill them off, them and their eggs, and this did good. I mean, thank God for its life. Anyway, so in here I have there's lemon balm, one of my favorites, very wonderful medicinal treat. Matter of fact, I have some tinctures of lemon balm right now, and one lemon balm and with a lavender together combination. Oh my goodness. So yeah, this is a wonderful. I love lemon balm. Oh my goodness, but I love citrus anyway. But yeah, so lemon balm is in here. Purple basil is in here. More bergamot, and I think this is holy basil, and there might be something else down in there, but. Yeah, so I think that is all. I think that's all. So yeah, did we come back to where we started? So, so yeah, this is my little garden tour and all of the little maintenance things I have to do. Cut off anything, all of dead leaves. These leaves that look unsightly. Maybe cut back some of the plants and whatever, but not some of the flowering ones, because now that they're flowering, it's going to reseed. First of all, I need seeds from it, number one, and then number two, the bees and the pollinators, they are crazy about them. They love them, so I'm definitely going to keep those. And then all of this wickedness. It's like you're supposed to be green, not yellow, ma'am, sir, ma'am. But yeah, and then tie up or secure this the plants on stakes and whatnot. But anyway, hope you enjoy this video. Hope you enjoyed this tour. I love gardening. I thank God for the blessing of gardening, and for the privilege to be able to garden, grow our own food, to enjoy the harvest, and, just sowing the seed and watching it grow, to take care of it. And like I said, to get the harvest from it is really awesome as well, to see flowers and just all of the beauty and the gloriousness of God. And I think, like I said, I'm really very grateful for him for allowing me to even have the privilege to do such, to see such, to smell such, to touch such, and to taste and whatnot. Yeah, so anyway, I'll get off of here. Let me let you guys go. But let me know down in the comment what you're growing. Are you a container gardener and in ground, or are you planning to do it again next year? Or planning to start, maybe in the next season, because we still have fall, and people still have time to sow seeds for various things if they were so interested in doing so. But anyway, I'll let you guys go for now. Talk to you later. Bye bye. Yes, this is a medicinal plant. It's good for a variety of ailments. For urine flow, urinary problems. It's a variety of things that it's good for. However, it is also has its bad traits for certain vegetables or whatever, corn, soybean, and different ones. So, and it's also called the toilet paper plant because or the velvet leaf or toilet paper plant. And there's some Asians, I'm not sure which ones, not right now, but I'll leave 2 links, one to a video and one to Wikipedia, to show you the links, because these are edible as well. But it also destroys, and like I said, it was just so big. It's really so tall. It's just crowding out the light and everything, water and nutrients for the other plants, vegetation. And it also has disease. It could come with disease as well. So anyway, I'm getting rid of it this time. Maybe another time, if I have more space in another place, another space, I would keep it, because I do like to keep things that are medicinal and work with them and see what I could do with them or whatever. But yeah, so we're getting rid of this, and they're not open right now, but they do have flowers or whatever. But yeah, so yeah, I just wanted to. Oh my goodness, what am I seeing? Okay, come back, Saida. Come back. So anyway, so yeah, I just dug it up, and it's looking better over here already, because yeah, it could have been what's causing trouble with my okra. Although okra does do that, it does have its own challenges, or whatever. But yeah, this disease-like situation or whatever. But anyway, because I'm going to probably be moving these anyway, because the grapevines, do their thing too. So I always move stuff around. That's why I'm grateful for it. Oh my God. Sorry. Grateful for container planting so that I can move things as I like to. Okay, over and out. Are these growing in your yard? Because they are growing like crazy. Like I said, in my garden plot, my community garden plot, they're growing. I have to keep pulling them out, every time. So anyway, let me talk to you guys later. Bye bye for now.